Hello, this is Dan Ferrisi, Group Editor, Commercial and Security with Commercial Integrator here at ISE 2025 at the HD Base T booth with my friends Matteo from Epson and Theo from Igloo Vision. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you. I'm Theo from Igloo Vision, Head of Educational Business Development. So I oversee the work that we do, taking immersive technologies into classrooms, K-12, colleges and universities. And yeah, I'm a teacher, a former teacher as well.
Hi, this is Matteo. I'm the head of technical sales for Epson Europe, and I'm in charge of the pre-sales technical related matter for the Epson projector.
So what we want to talk about today is kind of immersive learning and how learning needs are changing. We live in a society in which children, I have 4-year-olds, immediately have screens in their lives, and they're not going to just settle for Blackboard anymore. They need something much more immersive, much more engaging. Do you want to just talk theoretically or philosophically about how learning needs are changing in this ultra-mediated age?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a little bit like the attention economy, really. We're always on our screens, we're always on our devices, and we're always connected. And I think that with the technology around today, particularly with the wave of developments around VR and wearable virtual reality devices, there's now so much great, engaging, educational, immersive learning material out there, which gives you the opportunity to transport students to new places and give them experiences that they would never have before, whether it's a new work setting, whether it's a career taster, whether it's walking through the rainforest for the first time, or even visiting the beach. You can now do that, whereas previously you couldn't.
Epson, as a manufacturer of projectors, so it's thinking that to deliver the content and to drag the attention of the kids requires very new tools. So, and as an expertise of projection, we are trying to enhance the teaching using a brand new, auto-enhanced experience using projector. We're able to deliver a very high brightness image. So do not really bring the kids into a dark environment, but to have a possibility to have a very bright image, clear, crispy, and with a very high resolution, like 4K or beyond the full HD. Because as Theo said, they are used to this kind of devices and resolution.
There's no doubt today's youth, whether they're very young or in college age, they are used to those kinds of experiences, and they expect those kinds of experiences if you're going to truly engage with them. So I'm interested on a technical level, what are the underpinnings, technically speaking, of creating immersive learning environments? Because it's one thing to understand it philosophically. It's another thing to make it real in a classroom or a lecture hall. How do we make it real, technically speaking?
We use a lot of projectors. We work with plenty with Epson around the world, not just in Europe and not just in schools. But most immersive rooms that we work with will have kind of 3 core components. There'll be a display, say Epson range. There'll be audio, and it's really important not to forget the importance of audio in any kind of learning experience. Looking at an image without the accompanying sound is only half the experience. And then it's media player and software that's going to power it. And really, Igloo Vision, we make the software that makes immersive spaces, truly immersive spaces, engaging and easy to use, very, very flexible. And then, we rely very much on technologies that complement this and help us transport signal from players to projectors to the audio configurations, etc. as well. So, for us, being able to work with Ethernet for transport's been fantastic.
Yeah, thank you. So basically we are preparing and following the input that we receive from the channel, because we are hardware manufacturer, and we try to create products that can really be able to deliver the experience. So we are trying to go beyond what was the classical usage of the projector. So at the beginning of this journey, the projector were used to go beyond the chalkboard, okay? So now we want to really move forward. And then we are, in order to fulfill the new software, this immersive experience that can even bring some interactivities, these kind of things. So we are providing the units with all the possible connection, including the HD-based, which is very important for us. We are making the product compatible and controllable from external devices. And again, I repeat, very high brightness. So we are bringing the highest brightness possible into our projector. And then to make simple the install. We want to simplify as much as possible the install. So we can make very big screen from very close distance. And we have a unique technology to do that.
Of course, for the teacher doing the lesson, control is going to be critical. How does HD-based help facilitate that?
So we have to think that HBST, where Epson has on board on any projector, so widely adopted by Epson, is, from my point of view, is the best way to manage the signal transportation. So when we build a complex solution, like Igloo does, so it allows to move from where all the equipments are to the projector or to with only one cable. So we as Epson, if you talk about the standalone solution, like even our ETS, we have a control box that has HDMI input, power on and power off button, selection on the input, etc. And this box is connected to the projector via the HD-based. So it shouldn't be exactly underneath the projector because we need to go straight to the projector, but it could be anywhere up to 100 meters. And then from that box, we can stream video, we can control the projector. So it was a really revolution when we introduced, and this is for us a different way and a good way to use the HD-based.
I know in terms of, you were talking about a K through 12 or especially a K solution where you can kind of project on the floor and children can play in that, and then it can be turned upward and project on the wall. You want to talk a little bit about that?
So in our exploration, let me say in this way, we tried to really invent something that didn't exist. And talking to the teacher, as Theo was, so basically they request us something, how to drive the attention, how to teach. Imagine in a kindergarten, they are trying to play with the letters or play with this kind of basic, to prepare the kids for the school. So we, together with a partner, we built a little cart where even the teacher can, with wheels, the teacher can sit down on top. And then from the back, there is a ultra short throw projector that can make a projection like 2.5, almost 3 meter width on the floor. So it can be possible to add an interactive device that made the floor interactive. So the kids can really press, the letters that the teacher said. And this is really very useful, but really productive and really important for the kids because they can really play and learn at the same time.
So Theo, as a former educator yourself, I'm kind of interested from the integrator perspective. Obviously, you can speak as vendors, but from an integrator perspective, what are clients expecting, looking for? If I'm an integrator going into a K through 12 environment or a higher education environment, trying to create an immersive learning space, how can I be of service to you? How can I assist? How can I speak your language and meet your needs if I'm the channel partner or the integrator?
Well, I think you've got to have a really good understanding of how to put these kind of complex audio-visual systems together, and we find we work with some fantastic partners who know how to do just that. And we as a company, Igloo Vision, we can consult on best practice on how to build these environments and make them not just visually impressive, but flexible, dynamic, easy to use, and stable and easy to maintain. We know, and I know as a former educator, that you can't go into class one day and things aren't going to work. That's not an option, and if that's the way the technology sits, then it's a no-go. But secondly, the integrators, they need to have an understanding of what the technology is going to be used for. So I think it's really important that the end clients, the schools, the colleges, they have an aim and an objective for the use of the technology, thinking about what particular learning objectives or outcomes they're looking to address, and an understanding that with everything we're discussing, that the technology is just one part, but then content is still king. And that's what we're actually very good at doing. It's about taking It's like taking content that was built for virtual reality or for a kind of wearable VR experience, unleashing it from the headset, taking it out of that so you can have a whole group of 10, 20, 30 students standing inside it at once.
Like we were talking about before, no headgear required. It's a very good point. And I like that you mentioned learning objectives, because it's not technology for the sake of technology. It's not dazzle for the sake of dazzle. All of these immersive experiences are about fulfilling a particular learning objective and helping students grasp and engage with information. Isn't that the case?
Yeah. For us, it's key. So we are hardware manufacturer. So I used to say for many, many years, because I was in charge for flat displays and so on. So when you turn on a projector, it projects or black image or blue image. The content is the king. So me and my team, we're taking care about the technical aspect. We are cooperating with company like Igloo just to gives them all the tips and how to integrate, because it's an integration of many things. So there's the creativity, let me say, so the message that we want to deliver, the experience that we want to deliver, but technically we have to make it. So, and then there are server, there are boards, transportation of the signal, and the projector. So the projector has to be integrated, means into the network, because as you said, the teacher wants power on, and the system has to work. But then maybe with this power on, turn on maybe 10 devices. So, and this is where Epson is cooperating, because we are making the hardware and we try as much as possible to get the inputs from the market to build an hardware that can really fulfill all the needs.